I really like what Tua, had to say yesterday with Joe Shad. I thought it was something that I would call needed. And I like it because Tua is comfortable now. I think it's important for him to feel comfortable. And yesterday, Dolphins, he said, I think we're definitely legit contenders. There's no doubt with the guys we have on defensive side of the ball, with the guys we have on the offensive side of the ball. And now with this being the first time as an offense, we get to come back understanding the plays already, kind of molded into the offense a little more. I think it can get very, very scary, pretty dangerous. I love the confidence. It's the truth. They have the talent now to go out there and be really good on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. I know some of you are, well, I'm not convinced yet of the offensive line. I'm not convinced yet that Tua can stay healthy, and I get all of that, okay? I understand all of that. I have a little bit more confidence than some of you out there with what these guys are doing, okay? But to me, I just feel that this team is perfectly set to compete at a high level. And the fact that you now think about this, look, I'm one of the few, you could go back and check out the videos 3-4 years ago into his first year and go check out the videos by the end of the year. Okay. And you're going to hear me talk about how impressed I was with this first year, because the way I look at things is a little different than others. Okay. I want to see my quarterback in chaos. And he was in a chaotic situation for 2 years. That first year, he was getting pressured as he was handing off, and he was coming off a hip injury. And he had the highest completion percentage in the tightest windows in the NFL, with no running game and no offensive line. Still had a winning record, still threw more touchdowns than interceptions, and had no offensive guidance because his offensive staff was terrible. I call that elite. That's what I call that. So what he did last year when he was looking like an MVP, a lot of you were surprised. I wasn't. Because if I can see you still survive with one receiver that everybody knew that you were throwing at, no line that could block, no running back, you still won more than you lost. You still threw more touchdowns than interceptions. I think you're going to excel when they actually give you a decent offense around you. And my only concern has always been from day one is availability with him, because that was his problem at Alabama. And that's been his problem here. But I was never worried about his play. And even after the first year convinced me that this kid is elite. That first year, because most quarterbacks under the same type of situation would get Ryan Tannehill would throw 1,000 interceptions in the same scenario because he would have panicked. His brain would have gone scatter like it usually does when key moments like that. Not this guy. So when I see a comfortable Tua that will have, I believe, the offense he needs, okay, God willing, of course, injuries to the line or anything like that, he has the weapons he needs, obviously. He's got a hell of a defense now. It's got a chance to be really special. With that secondary, that front seven should be able to pressure some people. Okay? I really like the Dolphins secondary. But Tua's comfortable. He's able to be himself. He's able to be a leader. And there's no doubt in my mind, I agree with him on this, everybody's coming back a second year in the offense. Tyreek said he didn't know the offense last year. He just didn't know everything, which is normal. When Tua said that a couple years ago and people freaked out, sometimes he's too honest because people aren't educated enough about this game to actually know a lot of the ins and outs. Like a lot of players aren't Their heads are spinning the first year. They don't really know the entire playbook. They're usually asking for help. Sometimes in the middle of the game, when they call a play, they look to their teammate, what am I supposed to do here? And you're hoping that your teammate knows exactly what he's supposed to do and what you're supposed to do. Kind of when you watch the quarterbacks thing on Netflix, how they Peyton, when he's narrating, he's talking about how you've got to know your position and everybody else's position. And this kid mentally is elite, thrower, elite. He just needs to stay healthy and make good decisions. But I love to see where Tua's at mentally, and I love to see where he's at physically because he's built up his body and is ready for the season and has attacked what are his weaknesses. Okay, I got to take care of my body more. I got to build it up so I can take more punishment. And that's what he's attacked. So love what I saw from Tua yesterday with Joe Schad. You should check out that article, by the way. And you heard